my friends, grab your gloves because we're about to pour some magic. My name is Tammy, and I'm so glad you joined the chaos with me today. In front of me is a big mold that I just made. Now, inside of here, you have no idea what that is, but let me show you. I found this at my local Walmart store. It's a bunny. And on the top of it, it had a big bowl on the top, big plastic acrylic bowl. I ripped it off with some pliers. Actually, I had my husband do it because he had to, take pliers and get it all off. And I made a mold out of the bunny, which is right here. There's a lot of silicone in that. Big, heavy mold. So what we're going to do is we'll be able to make our own bunny now, and we'll be able to put our own dish on the top of his feet. So I need some space in between the dish. So, because if you just put the dish on there, you really couldn't see the bunny, standing up looking down at him. You really couldn't see him. You just maybe see his head. So you really want to know what's going on. I found this tray right here. I don't remember where I found this at. To be honest, it could have been Walmart, I don't know, but it's an egg tray, and I thought it was so stinking cute to wrap in with this because there's a lump right there. You can feel it, and that's where you would put your yolk at for your egg. So I'm going to make a mold of this tray, and we're going to give space in between the bunny and the tray so that we can make it a little bit off of the bunny's feet so we can tell what's going on down there, because if we do it like that, then it really takes away from the bunny down there. So we're going to have to put something in between there and give it some space. So I'm going to use this mold right here. I thought it would be beautiful to really give us something pretty to look at inside of there, because these little shapes, when you take your piece out, they give you the best effect ever. I just love it. So we're going to put a bunny family inside of this mold. We're going to create a little bunny scene in there. I don't know which ones I'm going to use. I don't know if I want to go with this family or this family. But we're not going to put all of them in there. I'll put maybe 2 bunnies in there and maybe some little eggs and decorate it. Put some little green grass and stuff like that in between there. And then we'll put let me see if I can hold it up so you can kind of imagine what's going on here. It'll be kind of like that. And I think it will be so cute. And if anyone wants to order this mold right here, I will sell it to you. But I'm not going to make a bunch and put them in my shop, because that's a lot of silicone for them to just sit there and nobody want them. So if you want one of these, you'll have to let me know so that I can take orders for them, because I'm not just going to make them and put them in my shop. It's just too much silicone there. And I'll think of a fair price for it, and I'll let you know if anybody's interested. Just let me know in the comment section below. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and this is going to be probably a 2-part video, because I can't get all of this done in one video. It may even roll into 3. I'm not sure. It depends on if we have any mishaps come up and have to fix them, or something that may happen that we wasn't thinking about. Okay? All right, let's see what we need to do first. I'm going to go ahead and pour our bunny, but there's certain areas I want to brush in on our bunny. I had to cut down here to get that part out, which that's no big deal, because you're going to close that together just like that. But I want to get in there and do my bunny's eyes. I want them to be this sky blue, and in my bunny's ears, like right in the inside of his ears. I don't know if y'all can see that little dip right there on each side. That's going to be on the inside. I want that to be pink. And I'm going to try the holographic fuchsia. Now, these are the chrome powders that I got off of Amazon. They're Lucky Mica is the name of them. Lucky Mica. And then for my bunny's tail, I want it to be pink too. And then for the bunny, I want to put this paper that I've crumpled up. I want to cut it and I want to stuff it in his belly and a little bit in his head, a little bit in his ears, and then I want to put maybe some glitter in him, a little bit of glitter. Maybe tint him a little, pink or something. I don't know. I'm still thinking on that one. Alright, I got my colors out over here, and I'm going to go ahead and get my bunny's eyes brushed in. And you probably can't see in there real good. I'm going to pour 6 ounces. I have that on my turner. I don't know how much this is going to take, so we're going to start with 6 ounces. But if I have any left over, I want to pour this right here. This is an intoresin mold, and it's little cute perfume bottles. I absolutely love this mold right here. But in this big one, there's 2 backward C's tied together, if you know what that means or is. I don't want to get a strike on my channel for saying it. But I'm going to take these little tiny beads and I'm going to drop them down in the little sections there. And that's just in case we have any resin left over. I'll have this prepped and ready to go. I got these little tiny beads right here from Laura's Art Corner. And they are super cute. I love the size of them, because you can place them in a lot of different things. Well, I guess I lost it. I lost it again. There we go. I need to get my other little tweezers. This is my silicone tipped tweezers. And they work really great for something like this. And there it is. But I'll link Laura's Art Corners. You can find her link below if you want to purchase these little beads. And I will put my discount code below as well. And you can save some money while you're there. I think I want to use this Pure Love from Laura's Art Corner, tied in with this and the resin. What do you think? I think that will be pretty. These will bounce off of the paper here, iridescent paper here. And maybe it'll give us a beautiful bunny. I don't know. It's worth a try. I have my resin right here. I'm using the Bond Crafter epoxy resin. I will also throw my link below where you can find this resin if you'd like to try it for yourself. And I have a discount code you can use as well to save you some money while you're there for Bond Crafter. Okay, we're going to use a little bit of my Elmer's clear glue. I'm just going to put a teensy tiny whiny drop. Make sure I got all that resin off of there. Let me show you. Just a tiny, tiny drop. I mean, tiny drop. See there? Real tiny. And that's going to keep our glitter suspended in our resin and inside of our bunny. That way it doesn't sink to the bottom it doesn't stay on the left or the right. It doesn't, you know, do anything crazy. It'll stay suspended into our resin. So I don't know how much I want in there. Let's start with about that much. I don't want to put a lot in there. And see, what that glue will do is it will make your resin real gloopy. See there? See how gloopy that is? I don't know if you can tell or not, but it's very gloopy. And that's just off of one little T90 drop in this whole glass of epoxy. Okay, I'm going to put a little bit more in there. And I think that's pretty. Paired with our iridescent paper, I think it's going to be beautiful. But what do I know? We won't know until we demold it, right? All we know is what we can imagine. And resin does what it wants to do. So it doesn't always come out with how you imagined it. Now I'm going to spritz a little bit of alcohol down in my mold. But I'm going to hold this paper towel over its face so I don't get any alcohol in the face area, because I don't want to mess up the eyes, the nose, and the ears, or the tail. And that alcohol is going to help out with some of the bubbles. I know it's going in the pressure pot, but we're just going to put it in there anyway. I hope I mixed up enough resin. Nope. We're going to have some more. Oh no. We are definitely going to be pouring some of these little jelly beans and then our perfume bottles, because I think I mixed up too much this time. I never get it right. Now let's get this down in there. We might as well work on this while we're sitting here. Be productive. Let's see. Okay, I got some more resin mixed up, and I'm going to add a little bit more of this Baby Love glitter. That's one, yeah, Pure Love, not Baby Love, Pure Love. I'm going to add just a little bit so that it will all look even. But we don't need to add any glue to this because it won't be able to get past the other. Or I don't think it would. I'd be scared to add some of it to this. I'm using the same cup, so it's got a little bit of the other in there, so I think that'll work out just fine. I'm too scared to add that glue, any of that glue to this little small amount. So let's see here. Let's get this bunny filled up. Are you kidding me? I need some more. Okay. I think we're looking good. Yep. I don't think I should put any more in there. All right, I'm going to pour this right quick, and then we're going to go run this to the pressure pot. I've got a fan turned on it, so it will keep it cooled down until, so it won't sit there and flash cure while we're pouring this. But we need to get this poured too. Let's do some alcohol inks. Okay, I'm going to use dragon fruit. And lagoon. Then I'm going to use snowflake. Right. I'm going to mix up some colors and we'll pour these jelly beans. Let's try this soft mauve color. This is one of the new colors that I got from Laura's Art Corner. It's a pigment paste. Oh, that's a beautiful color for an Easter egg. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? And the label is coming off because of me warming it up. So I wrote in the lid soft mauve so I would know which one it is. Okay, we got our jelly bean mold filled. We got our perfume mold filled. Now let's go to the pressure pot. Meet you there. Okay, our piece is in the pressure pot. I had to tie a rubber band around it, a loose rubber band, because of the way I cut it. So this is my pressure pot, and this is the lid. So my husband has it fixed up to where I don't fool with anything, but I watch this gauge, my gauge, and I don't fill my pot up to anything past 45 psi. I don't think you should have to go over that. I don't have to. I've never had to. You can even push your tank to 40 psi and you will be fine. But I sometimes I'll do 40, sometimes I do 45. This is tied off. I don't use these gauges. This is the only one I worry about right here. When it's up, the air is coming out. When I'm filling my tank up, I want to push that valve down, put my air in, watch my gauge. When it hits 40, 45, I stop. I just pull my hose out and I'm done. But I'm going to show you how I do it. Okay, I'm going to put my top on my tank. And I'll line it up. There's 4 bolts on your tank. 2 right here and 2 around the back. I take 2 bolts from the opposite side. Put them on and screw them in. Not all the way tight, but tight enough. Okay? Now I'm going to go in with these 2 bolts. Okay, now I've got all of them ready to tighten. So now I grip my tank with my legs and I take my bolts and I tighten them. Turn it, and I keep doing that until I get all my bolts tightened. Okay, my husband's got this on here, so let's pop that off because we don't need that. Now when I turn the tank on, you're not going to be able to hear me because it's really loud. But I'll try to talk over it. I've got my my measurement here to make sure where I'm at is level. It's reading level. I don't know if y'all can see that or not. It's reading level. Pull you up some more. Maybe you can see what I'm doing. So now I'm going to take my hose here that's got my air running to it. And some of you may have a little compressor tank, and that's fine. Still going to have pretty much the same concept. We're going to go over here to this valve that I told you is the only one I use. And I'm going to make sure that valve is closed. And I'm going to go ahead and attach my air to it. Now I'm going to go cut my air tank on, and it's really loud. I don't know if you'll be able to hear me, but if you can't hear me, I'll put in some titles for you to read. Okay. Let's scooch up as close as I can get you. I can zoom in when I'm in there editing. So now what we want to do is when it want to start running the air through the tank. And you don't want to blast it. You don't want to open this valve up and blast that air, because if you do, that air is going to blast right into your casting and blow all your resin out. So you want to ease that lever nicely into that tank. Okay, now we're going. My gauge is going up. I don't know if you can see it or not. I hope you can. And I'm very nervous sitting close to this tank while I'm filling it up. I don't know why I always get nervous using my pot. Okay, I'm at 40. I'm going to go ahead and shut that air off. Pull my hose off so I got no air going to the tank. Now turn everything off, roll my hose up, and then I'm ready to let this thing work and do its job. Back and we can unscrew the pot, take it all out together. How's that? See you later. Check out my new glitter spoon. Yep, this is my new spoon for my glitter. So that way Laura won't say, use some more glitter. There's more where that came from. That's a big glitter spoon, isn't it? We're going to set that over there. That'll be my new glitter spoon. Okay. We need to build our box for our tray. Right here. And we need to go ahead and pour our tray tonight. So that way we can be on schedule with trying to get this into 2 videos. I know. I'm ready to go eat and sit down and relax, but we do need to get this done before we do that. So, this is the mold boxes that I use. They are BB Dinos, and I will list them in my description box if anyone's interested. And I just keep my little clips. And here I buy extras too, because when I clip my boxes together, I like to clip them. See, they give you, let's say it goes like this. They give you 1 clip to clip there. I don't like to do that. I like to put 1 there and 1 there. So that way it makes that area a little bit tighter and that silicone is less likely to slip through. So we're going to need something, an acrylic sheet to lay down first. So I'm going to use this right here. I buy these from Amazon. You can also get them at your local craft store. Then we're going to, we need to fit that and make sure our tray is going to fit down on that acrylic sheet. And it does. We have plenty of room on each side. Now what we want to do is we want to take some transfer tape. I get this huge roll off of Amazon. I'll link that also in my description box if anyone's interested. I have a new box that I purchased about 2 weeks ago because I'm getting a little low. And I use this stuff almost every day because I'm always making molds. Whoops, I got tangled up there. I have my camera plugged in because it's almost dead. And I'm just making y'all all kinds of dizzy. Okay, so what we're going to do is just take this sheet here, put it on top of here. And what I love about buying this transfer tape is it's where you can cut it easily. It has the little boxes there where you can measure and cut it easily. Which I'm not going to be paying attention to those today. I'm just going to wing it like that. And then we're going to cut off this over here. Let me change scissors. And then I just save these pieces for my Cricut if I'm printing any Cricut vinyls for any of my trays or my resin pieces. I put those to the side and I keep those scrap pieces. I don't ever throw away any transfer tape. Now, that will be perfect. It doesn't matter if it hangs off on the edges, that's okay. So we're going to go ahead, before we take the sticky stuff off, we're going to lay this to the side. We don't want any dust getting on it. We want it to be as sticky as possible. We're going to go ahead and build our box. But what I am going to do is go ahead and get that acrylic sheet back out, because we want to build our box around that. Okay, I got all of the blue ones out. You get a blue set and sometimes you'll get a green set and sometimes you'll get a blue and a green. My green sets are over there. See, I'll show you. This is what you get. Open it up, and that's how it's packaged. You get binder clips. You get some sticky tape. And what I use this tape for is if I'm building double boxes. And what I mean by that is, let's say I want to build a box for this. That's not going to go over it, is it? So we're going to need to stack 2 boxes on top of each other, right? To get that mold made. So what I use this for, see, you can even see it on that. I take this right here and I put it on my box there. And then you put that on top of that and it gives it extra adhesion there to make sure your silicone doesn't seep through. So that's what I use this for. And you get 2 rolls of that in your box. But like I said, you'll get a green set and a blue set. So let's build this box. All right. This will be facing outward because you want that flat flush piece up against your mold, because you want everything to be nice and flat. So these 2 will go together like this. I got silicone all over it. And then we'll go ahead and put our clips on it. And I'm just going to do a few with you, and then I will put you in Super fast mode. Okay, I'm going to set that up against there so I can tell. Okay, now I need, if I used another one of these right here like that, then we're going to add more room to the mold than we have to. And that means we're going to use more silicone than we have to. We don't want to do that. We want to build the box as small as we can, but give enough room for our piece to where it's not touching any of the edges, any of the box. It can't be touching the box. You got to give it enough room away from the box. So we're going to go ahead and grab a corner piece. That's one of these. And we're going to go ahead and slide that on there. And get it clipped off. Like so. And I think that's going to work out perfectly. Let's get our other corner on over here and make sure that we have enough room on each side. And it looks like that's going to work. I don't know, we'll have to get a couple pieces on to see, to be certain. Okay. Now let's see here. So I had to take some of the slits out. See, that's kind of why you want to buy the mold housing that has 2 mold housing boxes in it, because they do have an option where you can just get 1 mold housing box kit. And my personal opinion would be to get the double box kit because of things like this. What if you don't have enough to make that box and you need just 2 more pieces or 3 more pieces? See, I needed 2 more out of the other box to make this right here. So that's why I suggest that you go ahead and buy the 2 mold housings. The kit with the 2 mold housing boxes in it. Okay, but with this like this, we're losing a lot of space. See that? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go search in my kitchen and see if I have a bowl that I don't want, that I can get rid of. And we can slide this in it and make the mold, because I hate to lose all that space. So let me go look. We will make it if we have to this way, but I don't want to if I don't have to. So I'm going to go take a look-see and I'll be right back. Well, I got bad news. And I don't really know if it's necessarily bad news. I don't have a bowl that's going to work. So we're just going to have to pour it in here. So let's go ahead and get our transfer tape. And first, let's go ahead and get our transfer tape down. And then there's something we need to do that's very important. You want to make sure the sticky side is facing up. And now we want to take something like a terry cloth or something, and you want to make sure your tray is nice and clean. Nothing is on it. No fingerprints, no debris, none of that. Because the mold will pick it up. Now you don't have to worry about the bottom. just the sides and the top. Okay, everything looks good. I'm going to walk it one more time underneath the light here. Make sure there's no prints on it anywhere. Okay, now we're ready to put our plate. First, I'm going to take our box. And it's got a side that's got the, you see the resin part there? You want to make sure that's facing up. Your flat part needs to be facing down. So we're going to go ahead and get that locked nice and neat on that transfer tape. And then we're going to place this in how we want it. Because once I lock it down on that transfer tape, we don't need to move it anymore. I mean, it won't move anymore. And now I'm going to take this towel and I'm going to push down in there to get it on that transfer tape, because I don't want to use my fingers. I got my cups out here and we need to measure our silicone. I'm using the Let's Resin silicone rubber 15A. Now we're going to set the timer and we're going to stir for 3 minutes. So our timer went off. Now we're going to take this out right here, and then we're going to split this back up into those 2 cups and run it through my Airless Pro bubble remover machine. Let's go ahead and take this right here and do our little wispy woos in it. And I'm just staying right on the top. Just like that. Now we're going to let that cure, and then I have enough room to pour in a glitter layer on the back, which is really going to make this piece pop. Our silicone is degassed and ready to pour. Okay, I'm going to take this silicone pieces that I have, and we're just going to drop them down in there. And then that's going to give us just what we need for this. Okay, I have placed in a lot on the edges, so we're good to go. Alright, I'll meet you back when we demold our tray, because that won't be too long. I might still be up or I might not. I don't know. But if not, we'll just do it all in the morning. See you later. Okay, let's get our tray out. I'm just going to put you on super speed while I get all these clamps off. Alright, now let's get this. This is the very first time this box has ever leaked on me. And it only did it because I'm showing it in a video. Because I tell y'all, I don't get any leaks off this box. But it's just a tiny bit, I do have to say. Now, when I use other boxes, I'm not going to say any names because I don't want to bash anyone. I'm not here to do that. But when I use other boxes, it flows out quite a bit. But this is the first time it's ever done it. Okay, we just pull these off. They come off really easy. We'll go to the pressure pot next and get our bunny out. And I'm going to pour a glitter background on this because you can see we have a lot of open space there. And I think filling it with glitter would be very beautiful. So we're going to set this to the side and we'll put some resin in that. And we can demold it maybe in video number 2. And then here's our jelly beans. Let's go ahead and get those out. That's a pretty color. And these jelly beans are all different sizes because I made them with real jelly beans. So we mixed the blue and the red there. I don't know if we'll use these or not. I need to make some more pastel looking colors. I think we'll keep those, maybe one of these, and maybe make some more pastel looking colors. Okay. Now, I'm going to take my little nifty tool here. I got these off of Amazon. They're really nice. They say they're made in Germany, and I really like them. I've used all different kinds, and see, I've purchased all kinds, and this one right here has really been a good one. But you just take it and you go down all your edges and make your mold nice and clean. Now I got all of my edges nice and smooth. So now we're going to remove our transfer tape. And I keep all of this silicone. I don't toss any of it. Because as you've seen in the video earlier, we can add this. If we need a little bit more silicone to our piece and you don't want to mix up anymore, go grab your jar, whatever you keep it in, and add some more silicone to it. Okay, I'm just going to go around the little, you see the little pieces here? I'm just going to go around and clean those up. Okay, now let's get our tray out. And all I'm going to do is just pull it like that. And then get our tray out of there. There we go. Now we have these. That's what I was telling you, trying to describe to you earlier in the video, that this right here is risen a little bit off of the tray for the yolk in the center. Now you can actually see what I was talking about. So it will actually hold your yolk in the center. That's why I wanted to do this tray instead of, I have other trays that are kind of shaped this way, but this looks just like an egg. And it's even got the center for the yolk. So I had to make this tray. I think it turned out beautiful. And you can see that extra silicone that we put in there. You see it? That's why you want to add it. I wanted to make note of this so no one would do it. You could tell that I didn't go in the center here where my piece is that I'm molding with that extra silicone. because I don't know if it would mess your piece up or not, but I just stay on the edges and add it. I don't add it on the actual piece I'm molding. But you can see it. See there? But it gave us just what we needed to finish that tray. Or else I was going to have to mix up some more silicone. Now let's get to the pressure pot, get our bunny out, demold him, and then we'll see what color we're going to do our tray here. I wonder if we should just do it just like an egg. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe we'll have a magical egg. The yolk in the center will be glitter, and the outside will be white. That would be cool, wouldn't it? Okay, we are out here and ready to get our bunny out of this pressure pot. All right, here's our gauge that we want to release. Now, I'm not going to open it and just blast it. You want to release it slowly. So I'll meet you back when it gets finished. We are back to 0. So now we're going to get our piece out. Okay, here we go. And there's our bunny. A bunny? A little bunny? Yeah, we're going to have to put another top coat on there, so we can't demold him yet. Sorry, guys. What a bummer. That's wax paper. You always need to lay wax paper underneath your piece. You don't always have to do it. It's depending on the piece you're molding, but I would just get into a good practice of doing it anyway, so you don't mess any of your pieces up. All right, I'll meet you back in the craft room. I'm back in the craft room. Now, I know some of you are going to ask me, why do I place wax paper underneath my piece in the pressure pot? Okay, this is why I really didn't want to make this video or video me using my pressure pot, because I know how to do it and I know why I do things, but it's hard for me sometimes to put it into words. So I'm going to try my best here. Some molds will actually grip the pressure pot when pressure is applied. When that happens, the mold can pull or trap air inside itself, and that pressure can and will distort the shape of your piece. The wax paper acts as a barrier, and the mold cannot grip the wax paper. Does that make sense? I hope so. That's why I said, since it doesn't do it to some molds because it's the way the mold is designed, it may not do it to some molds and it may do it to some. That's why I said get into a good practice of leaving wax paper down and then put your mold on. The wax paper is not there to catch resin. It's there to not distort your piece. Okay, I hope I explained that a little bit better. We have quite a bit of room left in here. So what I think we're going to do is, and I know I want to demold it too. I really do. I want to get it out of here and demold it. I even thought about just doing it. But I think if we wait and do it patiently, we'll get a better turnout. So I'm thinking about dropping in some pure white. It'll really capture the paper we crumpled up and put in there. So, and black would really, really be pretty. But I don't know if that would really go with what we're making here. So let's stick with the white. Okay. And I think we might add, I want it really white. That's why I put that nice size dot on there. And let's add some of the glitter too that we put in the bunny. And that is Pure Love from Laura's Art Corner. And I'm going to add 2 hefty scoops so we'll be able to see it. Spritz some alcohol here to help out with the bubbles forming. We are ready to demold it next time we see it. All right, let's get this poured right quick. Spritz a little bit of alcohol in there and get this poured. Wish I would have put this ink in there before I put it in the pressure pot. I mean, not the pressure pot, the bubble remover machine. I don't want to stir up any bubbles. I think that's enough. Okay, I want to go to a certain line. I think I'm right at it. Okay, get a little bit more out of here. Hopefully we won't have any bubbles. I'm just going to stir that last little bit I put in right quick. It doesn't look very blue, does it? Oh, yeah, it does. It's tinted blue. It's just light. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to watch this and make sure I get rid of the bubbles when they rise up. Let's just hit it with the heat gun right quick. And then spritz some alcohol in there. And hopefully those bubbles that I just made will come to the top. We got a bubble right there. Go ahead and spritz that again. And we'll spritz those one more time. Oops, I meant to cover that one. I don't like spraying alcohol in my crystal molds from intoresin. I was just going so fast I didn't realize what I was doing. And I'm just going to poke that glitter down. And that's all we're going to be able to finish in this video, my friends. So it's about that time for a sweet goodbye. And I will see you in the next video. God bless you. Goodbye, my friends. Guess what? We got in some happy mail. And I know that because it says so on the side of the box. So let's get in here and see what we got, my friends. I get so excited when I get happy mail. I love surprises. I'm not going to record that. Okay. Oh, I got some more there. This is taped up really good. Let's see. I don't want to cut nothing, so let's try to do that right there. Okay. Third time's a charm, so they say. All right. Oh my goodness, did y'all see that? Did you just see that? Oh, it's beautiful. Let's see. This was taped up really good. Okay. I don't think the bag's going to be salvageable. But here we go. Look how pretty that turtle is. Oh, it shakes. There's something in it. Oh, he's taped up. I had no idea it opened up. Wow, I don't have this mold. This is cute. Robin Fashini sent this to me. I took her name off the front. Robin, this is so cute. Where did you get this mold from? Oh, look at that. Look at that. Oh, it's so cute. Look at that. It looks yummy. Look at the little ice cubes in it. That is so cute. Where did you get that little mold from? That's precious. Oh, look. Oh, a sweet little dog paw. I'm missing my sweet Sugarfoot. Miss him so much. These are sweet. Look at those. They're so cute. Look at the little rhinestones. Those are cute. Cute, cute, Robin. I love this little turtle. Look at you. You are getting so good. This is just beautiful, my friend. Just beautiful. I love that turtle. Oh, she sent us some stickers. Dreams and Fantasies. Oh, those look beautiful. Let's take a peek at a few of them. We won't look at all of them, but let's have a peek at a few of them. They look beautiful. Oh, look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? Thank you, Robin. These are beautiful. Look at that. Stop it. I just dove off into that. There's a little girl sitting there with her dog on top of Mars or something. And maybe Saturn is circling with a rose in the center. Isn't that cute? That is so cute. And that's another one. And then there's some cute little frames here. Those are precious. Little half moon and roses. Thank you, Robin. These are beautiful. Thank you so much. I miss stuff like this because I was a Temu fanatic. Y'all know I was. But I can't do it anymore. I can't. It costs too much. But I sure do miss it. I do. Okay, Robin sent us some cute little sheets here. Do those peel off? Or do you just decorate with them? Let's see. Let's see here. No, they don't peel off. You just decorate with them. Okay, so now I'll know. They're beautiful. There's several colors there. Burgundy, blue, green. Look at that holographic silver. That's cute. And then we got some cute little things here that you can pull off and decorate stuff with. That's pretty cool. I like that. That is neat. Thank you, Robin. I appreciate it. Okay, there's a little note in here. Let me read it first. Okay, I can share it. Hi, Tammy. I made this for you. I know it's not as good as you. Oh, Robin, I hate it when you say that, sweetie. You are good, too. But I do my best, and I hope you like them. I love them. And thank you for all your videos. I try to watch all of them. Robin Fashini. Thank you so much, Robin. That is so sweet. She packed up a whole box of goodies here. Let's see what's in here. Oh. This is gonna be pretty. I just know it. Gotta be careful. I don't want to break nothing. Let me get my scissors here. Here we go. Oh, that is so cute. Did you make this, Robin? This little icicle? If you made that, where'd you get the mold? No, I don't think so. Because it's not flat on one side. I was about to say, I want that mold ASAP. But this is beautiful. Look, she put some little butterflies on it. And then some cute little fairies. Isn't that precious? This is a keychain. I could put that on my keys. And I'll put that on my Christmas tree next year. I have a box over here of stuff that I didn't get in my Christmas stuff this year. So I'll make sure it gets in there. Thank you, Robin. That's beautiful. And then there's something in this little bag here. Let's see what we got. Oh, that is so cute. Look at that. Oh, look at the little deer. Oh, those are gorgeous. Look at all that bling. Isn't that beautiful? He's so cute. Thank you, Robin. Oh, I'm going to set my little friend right here, right over here. By my little puppies. Yep. You set him right there. Cute, cute, cute. And then we got... Oh, my word. Robin, you did that better than me. You did. I have this mold, and it is hard to do. Because it gets bubbles all in the umbrella, because it's so tiny. You did that so good. Yes, you did. That is beautiful. Thank you. I love it. Cute little umbrella. I'm going to have to find something to put that on. And then, let's see. Oh, Robin got me a new mat. She knew it was about time for a new one. I just put a new one down. So, I'm going to save this one for the next time I need a mat. Because I go through them so much. Because I clean them every single day. And they wear and they tear. And in a month, they look horrible. So I usually go through a mat a month. And then she gave us some little rhinestones. Those are cute. You can do a lot of things with those. And then she gave me a cute little pen with butterflies on it. She made this pen. Isn't that beautiful? I love that purple. Look at the ombre. Purple, blue, and white, and a little bit of pink. That's a cute ombre pen. Oh, I'm going to put it over here and write with it. Thank you, Robin. I always need a pen over here. And then she sent us, someone else sent me a pen too. So I put yours right next to this one. I don't use this one much because I love it so much. So I'll set yours next to hers. And I probably won't use them much because they're just so beautiful. But in case I do need one to write a little something, that's what I'll use. So we got some little beautiful flower stickers. Aren't those pretty? Pretty, pretty. Oh, look at that one. What is that? What is that? Some kind of water system? Huh, I never seen that like that. These are beautiful. Beautiful, Robin. Thank you. And then we got a notepad. Now, you know I need a notepad. Oh, it's got different color paper in it. Yes, I always need a notepad. I did not have one. You were right on time with this, Robin. I definitely needed this. So I'm going to put it in my drawer over here because I'm smooth out of paper. I was in the store the other day and meant to get one and I forgot. So you are right on time with that. Thank you so much, Robin. And I'm going to get you in the giveaway for my next giveaway. I get your name in there. And I'm going to put you in there. You're going to have quite a few entries in there for all this stuff you sent me. So I'll get you in there, Robin. So be on the lookout for that drawing. It'll be coming up in, oh goodness, I always get, let's see, we had that one in December. So January, February, it would be the end of March or the 1st of April. Yep. That's when it'll be. So be on the lookout for that, Robin. You might win. Thank you so much, my friend. We got one more. Now, I've never seen this before. I've never had a gift sent to me like this before. I was editing my video this morning, actually. And I had a notification come up across the top of my phone. And it said, "You have received a gift." And I was like, what? So I clicked on it. I usually don't click on things like that, but the Amazon icon was next to it. That's the only reason I clicked on it. And someone had sent me a gift. And when I opened it up, there was this cute little present bouncing all around the screen with confetti flying everywhere. And at first I was scared to open it because I thought, what if this is a scam? What if this is something that's going to affect my YouTube channel? I was afraid at first because I never received a gift like that before. But something told me, push the button, push the button. So I clicked the button against my better judgment. And it really was a gift. I've never received a gift like that. So let's open it up and see what it is. It said it was in my mailbox. When I opened the gift up, I clicked it and confetti went everywhere. And it showed me a little mold, a little flower mold. And it said it was delivered. So I went outside and it was there. So let's open it up together. I don't know who it's from. So hopefully there'll be a slip in here to say who it's from. Nope, there's no slip inside. So I don't know who it's from. So whoever sent me this little flower mold, let me know so I can get your name in my drawing. My next drawing. You don't want to miss out on that. Because I pack up a really nice goodie box. So you don't want to miss your chance out on getting one of those. Let's see. Oh, it's a beautiful flower mold. Look at that. Isn't that cute? That is so cute. Thank you, whoever sent me this. It's precious. I love it. Well, I can't get your name in my little container over here. that I keep all of my names in because I don't have a slip. Usually it's packed with a little slip, but I don't have one. So, yeah, just let me know who sent me this so I could get you in my little box here. And Robin, I'm going to go ahead and work on yours. I'm going to throw you in quite a few chances to win because of all this stuff you sent me. All right, I will see you all later. Thank you. Wait a minute, y'all. Look. I put this in my box, and I was wondering why it was set and crooked like that, the tip of it. And I thought, oh, well, maybe it's just, that's just how it is. So I kept fumbling with it and to get it on there right. And she unscrewed it a little bit so that the batteries wouldn't run out on its way to me. But I screwed it down, and look, it lights up. Isn't that cute? It's beautiful. It looks so pretty with the lights off. I don't know if I can, let's see if I can get them off here good enough so y'all can see how beautiful it is. Look at that. Isn't that cute? I love that. So pretty. So pretty. It doesn't take much for me, my friends. It don't. Oh, thank you so much, Robin. All of these goodies are so beautiful. I love each and every one of them. And you really outdone yourself on this turtle. You did. It's beautiful. I love it. But where did you get this turtle mold from? You gotta let me know that. And don't you say Temu. You better not say Temu. All right. See you later.